Hi, so today this video is basically talking about the course assignment 1. I'm going to answer those questions that included in it. So for the first questions, introduce yourself, and this is me. My name is Chuah Hui Suen and I'm from DEI. So this is my student ID P190111313. So next, how much I understand about my chosen profession, EE or ME. Um, in my opinion, I think EE is about dealing with the technology of electricity, electronic components, and electromagnetism. It is involved on a wide range of components, devices, and systems. State 3 reasons for your choice. So my chosen profession is EE. The first why I chose this profession is because electronic devices and electricity are quite interesting for me, especially each components in various types of circuit. I like to explore and try to understand the role each other component plays in circuit. Next, the second reason why I chose this profession is I like to help our community by using own ideas to improve every system nowadays, such as smartphones, electrical systems in every field that we need to use, and the electronics in security systems. Lastly, the last reason why I chose this why I choose this profession is I love to solve all kind of problems by using my own brain. It becomes my motivation every day. Next, I'm moving to the question 2. Discuss top 3 qualities or skills you possess that can make you a great engineer and why you think it could help. So, in my opinion, the first quality I possess that can make me a great engineer is knowledge. As people in the world always say, knowledge is power. The industries are evolving in a rapid rate. So this means that engineers must keep themselves updated as much as possible as they can. So here let me give you an example. Engineer who works in industry professional field should always review the latest research and inventions in their own self so that they can come up with solutions upon the development in industry. The second that I will choose is problem solving skills. This is a skill set every engineer must excel in own profession. Hence, they can study the problem, comprehend it, and finally use the analytical skills to locate the root of problem. Lastly but not least, practical will be the third quality that I possess which related with knowledge. It involves theoretical knowledge along with practical knowledge. Engineers should improve their practical knowledge by using theoretical knowledge to come up with workable solutions. Now I'm going to move on to question 3. Compare and contrast 5 different roles played by IEM, which is Institute Engineer Malaysia and BOE, Board of Engineer Malaysia. So this is the 2 logo that I find it, so you can see it. So for IEM, the first role that it plays is to promote and advance the science and profession of engineering in any or all of its disciplines. Second, to facilitate the exchange of information and ideas related to engineering. Third, promote sound professional engineering practice in support of the socio-economic development objectives of the nation. Fourth, service the needs and interests of its members and the public. The last one, uphold the social standing image of the engineering profession. Now, I'm going to BOE, the roles that they play. So it maintains the register for every graduated engineer, assess the quality of experience gained by the graduate engineers and their competency. The third one, conduct accreditation of engineering degree programs offered by institutions of higher learning within Malaysia. Fourth, register graduates and professional engineers under Registration of Engineers, Act 2007. Lastly, it regulates the conduct and ethics of the engineering profession. So, this is the differences roles between IEM and BOE that you can see. So, each of roles that they play are totally different in my research. So I think that's all for question 3. I'm going to moving on to question 4. Identify 3 codes of ethics in the Engineering Act and explain how to act to compile to it to ensure professionalism. So, for the first code of ethics in the Engineering Act, which is an engineer must be conversant with the code of conduct of engineers. As an engineer, we should read and understand all of code of conduct of engineers to ensure his or her professionalism so that they will not break the code. The second code of ethics in the Engineering Act is an engineer must understand the need of responsibility and liability as simulated in the code of conduct. As an engineer, we should understand the responsibility as an engineer, which is always consider the safety, health, and welfare of the public all the time whilst working. The third code of ethics in the Engineering Act is an engineering should avoid favoritism among vendors and other suppliers. As an engineer, we should be always fair and square to whoever our vendors or suppliers. Otherwise, our responsibility will be used by wrong ways. So finally, we are going to the last questions. Identify 3 code of conduct in the IEM regulation and explain how to behave to ensure moral and ethical behavior as engineer. The first code of conduct in the IEM regulation is the engineer should always act so as to uphold the dignity and reputation of their professionalism. We must act so as to uphold the dignity and reputation of the profession through our own conduct in and out of the working place. The public's trust and determination towards profession is important to us. The second code of conduct in the IEM regulation is the engineer at all times apply equal fairness between the client or employer and the contractor. We should respect them and not use partial opinion to see others when we are working. We must keep professional between all of them. Lastly, the third code of conduct in the IEM regulation is the engineer should not accept remuneration. As an engineer, we should always keep in mind that our responsibility is always concerned about safety, health, and welfare of the public. Hence, we should not be tempted by money or the reputation. So, lastly, this is all the answer that I think all of them are right. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching.